In this guitar lesson, I'll teach you how to play Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd. I'll show you an easy strumming version, then a beginner picking pattern, and finally the more intermediate picking pattern that sounds most like the record. Welcome back to Relax and Learn Guitar. I'm Kevin, and this is Maggie May. My wife Vicky's behind the camera.
Hello.
Let's get started breaking down this great song. So the first thing you need to know for this song is if you want to play along with the record, you'll need to tune your guitar down 1/2 step. So this is, I have not tuned my guitar down because yours is probably in standard tuning, and to play along with this lesson, it's just easier. But just note that if you don't tune your guitar down 1/2 step and play with the record, it's not going to sound good. So just wanted to get that out of the way. I really like this song for a lot of reasons. Beginner, and this strumming version, there's only 3 chords, well, kind of like 3.5, and it's great for beginners for that reason. Then there's also, it's one of those songs you really can just kind of start building on, learning little pieces at a time, and kind of, adding to them until you get to where you want to be. The 3 chords you'll need to know to play this song are a C chord, a G chord, and an A minor chord. Now later on in the lesson and the more intermediate pieces, we do have an A minor 7 chord, and that's just adding your pinky to that A minor shape onto the 1st string 3rd fret. The chord progression for this song is the same all the way through the entire song. We get 4 beats of C, 4 beats of G, and then 4 beats of A minor, and 4 beats of A minor again. So we have C, G, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4. And I would just, if you're a true beginner, I would start there. Just simple 4 down strums on each chord, and that's the progression the entire song. The amazing part about this song, as you probably know, is there's a lot going on with some different guitar parts. Lynyrd Skynyrd, an amazing band, and I'll do my best to kind of show you things that will sound good. We're not going to get really caught up on playing it exactly right and get the tablature perfect. We're going to play this so that folks will recognize it when you're hanging out around the campfire or at your get-togethers, or just want to have fun playing the song. Once you've got those 4 down strums per chord down, here's a pattern you can use, and this is kind of the what I would call the beginner or easy version of this song. We're going to do this strum pattern: down, 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 up, down, 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 up. It's kind of like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're basically just kind of skipping that second beat down strum, so the first down strum lasts longer. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then ending with an up strum on the pattern. So it sounds like this.
Pretty.
Yeah, you like that?
Sounds good.
It's recognizable. So it's kind of the building block. That's the foundation for this song. So you have, well, Mama told me when I was young, come sit beside me, my only son. And one thing you can do, a little bit of an embellishment on that last A minor. So we go C, G, A minor. You can get a little fancy by just taking your index finger off of that second string. For like the last up strums, you have if you want to add a little embellishment there. Gonna come back up and say hi? Come on. Wanna say hi to our friends? I haven't got any more treats. Just got a pick. She likes picks too, though. All right, so once you get that foundation built for the, you good? For the song, and you need to kind of have that going before we do the next pieces. The next thing I'll show you, it's nothing to eat. Go on, get down. All right, you're gonna stay there the rest of the lesson. So this beginner kind of picking pattern, I really like this. Again, this is not what's on the record, but I think this sounds good, and it's a good step between like that very easy version into the final picking pattern, which is much more intermediate. So we have, you can do this. I kind of like this piece. So what I'm doing here, it's kind of a combination of picking bass notes and strumming some chords in between. We start on this C shape, but you're going to start with an open fifth string. Then with leave your kind of C shape there, you're going to then hit the second fret of that fifth string with your ring finger. And then move it up to the third fret of that fifth string to complete that C shape. So you have O, 2, 3 on the fifth string, and then an up, down, up on the C. And again, this doesn't have to be precise, just kind of hit those bass notes and kind of fill in the betweens. And we're going to walk down to this G. We're going to go on the fifth string, third fret, then second fret, and then sixth string, third fret, up, down, up on the G. So we got this. So far. We're going to go, to get this A minor, we're going to go sixth string, third fret, fifth string, second fret, open fifth string, up, down on the A minor. So from the top. The last part is open sixth string. I use my pinky to play the third fret of the sixth string. Open sixth string again. Then that open A string. Up, down on the A minor. So with those two versions, you can really piece together a pretty good sounding version of this that people are going to recognize. I would recommend starting with just the strumming piece. I mean, it's iconic. People are going to know, like, they're gonna perk up the ears. What's going on? Is that Simple Man? I would start that with the verses. Well, Mama told me when I was young. Just remember, C, G, A minor, and then I would kind of throw in I'd stick with that for the chorus as well. So you have and be as simple. I got to go low here. Yeah. I can't hit the high notes. I would do that for the chorus like this, and be a simple kind of man. Be something you love and understand. That kind of thing. Then after this choruses, I would do this beginner picking pattern in between. Kind of like when they're doing like the guitar solo stuff or the licks, play that and then back into the strumming. And kind of the final version is the main iconic lick. I'm gonna walk you through this the best I can say here, and Vicky will agree. This one takes some repetition and practice. I'm sure you're tired of hearing. She's probably sick of hearing that. It's such a cool lick, but it does take a little bit of practice. I'm going to break it down here for you. My best advice as we're working through this is just kind of follow the tab. I'll leave it up here as we're kind of playing through this lick. All right? So it's all built around C, G, A minor, A minor. It's important to remember that this is an eighth notes, so we're going to be fitting in 8 individual notes on our strings per each chord. So we get kind of like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That open 2 on the 5th string to start this pattern actually happens on the 4 and of the pattern before. So what I mean by that is you have 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just gonna talk about strings here because I'll assume you're making the C shape with your fretting hand. The pattern for the C chord starts on the 5th string, and then it jumps up to the 3rd string. And this is what, for me personally, has been the biggest challenge, is this pattern involves skipping over and around other strings, which we're not like totally used to. Starts on the 5th string, then up to the 3rd string, then 4th, and then 5th. So 5, 3, 4, 5. Then you jump all the way up to the 2nd string, then the 3rd, then the 4th, and then back to the 3rd to end it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The advice is to slow it way down. And don't even move on with this pattern until you can pretty much do this C pattern with your eyes closed. Okay? And then the G is the same pattern, but we're going to move everything down to the 6th string. We're going to start on the 6th string for the pattern. The C is a 5th string root, G is a 6th string root. So the pattern's the same, we're just moving everything down a string. So the G is this. You don't even really have to fret that ring finger if you don't, because it all takes place on strings 6 through 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. String wise, it's 6. Then you jump over to 4, 5, 6. Then you jump to 3, 4, 5, 4. And again, once you've gotten really sick of playing that C pattern, the C chord with a pattern, get really sick of playing the G chord with the same pattern. And literally, here's how slow I started learning this lick. Slow it down as much as you need to. So that A minor shape gets the same pattern as the C. Then the last of the A minor, we're going to make it an A minor 7 chord by putting our pinky here on the 1st string 3rd fret. Make an A minor 7 chord. So the pattern changes here for the very end. We've got an open 5th string. Then we're going to jump all the way down to the 2nd string. So it's 5th, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Then we're going to jump up to the 1st string. 1, 2. And then to get back into the pattern, we're going to play an open 5th string. And then that 2nd fret of the 5th string again with our ring finger. So the pattern can repeat. So I'm going to play this through from the top. I'll play it slowly. Follow along with the tablature here. I'm not going to call it the strings. I'm just going to play the lick. All right? Here we go. Starting with the C. G. A minor. Then the last A minor. So to summarize, just be sure and approach this in a way. I got myself a little stressed out learning the exact lick. What I recommend doing is to relax a little. And you can kind of do the combination of the strumming and that beginner part. What I'll find myself doing sometimes with this main lick, like I'll play the main lick if I'm playing this for others so they kind of hear that at the beginning and set the stage, but I might do something like this after I kind of get going. And that's not like really on the record. I'm just kind of playing those main strum downs and I'm just hitting the individual notes. As long as you keep the shape fretted with your fretting hand, hitting any of the strings is actually going to sound good.
Does sound
You like that?
good. Yeah.
It's a lot more relaxed.
Yes.
But if you really want to tackle the actual real lick, then feel free. Enjoy that. I recommend kind of starting where you are. It's the only thing you can do, and kind of working your way forward through it to where you kind of want to land with it. It's a great song for that reason. Lots of flexibility. For your next lesson, be sure and check out this Lynyrd Skynyrd lesson on Freebird, another amazing Lynyrd Skynyrd song you might think is out of your reach, but it's not, so check that out next. Remember that Vicky and Maggie and I very much appreciate your views and your support here on YouTube. We'll see you for the next lesson, and remember, you're never too old to learn.
See you soon.